Michael Wargo, team pilot with Hobbyking. Today we're going to do a video on a plane that's fairly new to me. It's the Carbon Arcus. And everybody who watches my channel knows that I'm really fond of pattern flying. I absolutely love it. I think everybody who flies pattern seriously, will have a 12-cell, 2-meter pattern ship that is always looking for something that might fly on 6 cells or 4 cells. There are certainly a couple out there. In the 72-inch thing, I have one that flies on 6 cells. But there's nothing really small, flying a small area, all this kind of stuff. And I think this thing is just perfect. I've flown it a few times. You've seen it in a training video I did recently. But there's a few things I really absolutely love about this aircraft. One is that it flies on a 4-cell 2200. Have bunches of them. Number two, you can fly the pattern sequences in a smaller area. And that's really helpful to actually watch what's going on with the aircraft and not having for it to be 200-300 feet away. The other thing is that it's just a really fun knock-around plane. You don't have to fly pattern with this thing. But here's the good news. It flies like a pattern ship, so it flies like it's on a rail. I have flown many of these small ones. I have never found one I liked. And from the very first spin around the field, I really liked this. And I'm telling you, in all seriousness, if I didn't really like it, I wouldn't say that. But this thing really flies like it's on a rail. And as far as a pattern ship goes, you can do everything with it. Of course, it doesn't feel like a 2-meter ship, but it is certainly something that could help you practice the maneuvers or the sequences that you're learning. This thing definitely flies nicely. So we're gonna always a little coupling when it comes to a biplane. Not very much though. I'm sure after I make a few flights on it and really kind of dial it in, it will be absolutely awesome. I don't have the rates dialed in. I don't really have much of any of it dialed in. But like I said, very straight lines. All right, let's try something pattern oriented. Let's see how it looks. Let's do this a little closer in. This is a maneuver I've almost not ever been able to do with anything but a nice, big pattern ship.
Yeah, but you still got 6.6 volts out there. Yeah, but see what that guy's saying? All the bars are disappearing. And I'm afraid.
My last upline was a little weak because I just don't know the throttle very well.
The things that are running off these batteries.
Try a single rolling loop here, which is the second part of this actual sequence.
The percentage only to the device. You know what I'm saying? As long as they have the voltage. See, I even got an extension. That shows you all.
Okay. Try a single rolling loop here.
65.
Very difficult maneuver for a plane to really track.
Like I said, it was 60%,
wow.
60-something.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
And I didn't charge it.
So nice.
And it's still 60.
You know, the imperfect geometry is nothing but pilot. You know, as I get more and more used to it, I'm sure the maneuvers will just get better and better and better. You know, this thing has plenty of power. Look how nice that upline is.
You know, if you're down below 30%, then it's in time. You can still fly, but I wouldn't.
These are digital.
Yeah, they're digital. The high-tech 645 digital.
Very basic maneuver.
Yeah,
Try a nice little Cuban 8 over the top.
And they don't make no
45
noise.
on the down line.
They
So
don't make no
nice.
sound.
I'm surprised.
And this is a cheap Futaba, but it's digital also. Digital servo.
That's the problem. You don't need nothing.
Beautiful.
But I didn't want to mix analog with digital.
I know what you mean. It don't matter.
We're going to go straight up. 3/4 roll. Stop at the top. Down 1.5 snaps out.
20 seconds.
Yeah, this thing is just flies such beautiful straight lines.
Flight mode 1.
I do a nice long slow roll just to kind of show you how
Timer expired.
how just nice and straight these lines are. Super. You know, again, I'm doing a lot of straight line flying, but if
Flight
you,
mode 3.
again, if you like to just do some nice things like, you know, just fly around stuff, you know, you want to just come in inverted passes, anything like this. This plane just does pretty much anything it will do pretty well. It's not a 3D plane. And on top of everything else,
Flight
it's
mode 3.
very, very easy to land. So we'll come in and land. A lot of life on this battery. It's kind of surprising me. Okay, I know this is never done, but I wanted to show you an accident here. And I want to show you how the plane recovered from the accident. The elevator came loose. I forgot to put on a clip, and it was entirely my fault. I didn't put the clip on the elevator, and the elevator went out. I ended up having to get a little altitude by turning on knife edge and then rotating it back again to be able to steer with the rudder a little bit to bring it back towards the runway. I finally got it in something that looked like a landing configuration, but of course I couldn't pull the nose up, so I broke the propeller and knocked the landing gear off. I mean, getting it down without an elevator is always a success. But this plane survived the crash so easily. I just pushed the gear back on, replaced the prop, and the video you are watching today happened with the repair. It's the same aircraft. You know, the pushrod fell out. I guess I must not have had it clipped properly, but I lost my elevator. When I got down, this was hanging over here. But I want you to see the damage to the plane, which this is absolutely amazing. This came out and will easily be glued back in. And apart from a broken propeller, this plane will fly again immediately. I have to take it home because I need to put a clip on it. But just amazing. No elevator, and it absolutely survived with almost no damage. I've always thought, you know, gear that would break away would be a huge thing for the RC industry, because a lot of times these type of landings, unfortunately, that was really hard. Again, I had no elevator at all. I thought I was going to pull it off until the nose pointed down. So.